homestand ends here for the Timberwolves as they get ready to hit the road. And, of course, Pekovic. This will be their second game without him.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Antetokounmpo, Miles Plumlee out there with Monroe. Then it's Carter Williams, and it's Mayo in a shooting guard. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. What'd you find out, Doris?
I asked him about the player he'll try to key on in this matchup, and he had no hesitation saying Kevin Garnett. He said what makes KG special and such a problem to deal with is he can control games on both ends of the floor with his offensive and defensive skill set, saying he has so much length it makes it very difficult around both keys for us.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. The dish to Carter Williams. Begins with the block. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Martin with the bucket.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Antetokounmpo kicks to Monroe. 17-foot shot on the way. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
Here's Garnett. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Not a fast start for the Bucks. They trail by 6. From 8, that's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
Lopez, no luck.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And it's Wiggins missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And again, it's Michael Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 6 points. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Outside Mayo. Carter Williams can't get it to go. And it's Martin penetrating, sinks the 15-footer. He's got 6.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. he looked a little hollow out there for a moment.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got the fast break chance. Martin with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball move.
Bucks trail by 6. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota on D. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Carter Williams has got 8 points.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Now here's Monroe. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
The wide open look here for Lopez. A rebound by the Bucks. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the board. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass.
And here is Antetokounmpo following Kevin Martin's three. Antetokounmpo dishes to Carter Williams. High post shot, and he hits the jump shot. Carter Williams has got 10 points.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Lopez, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Flip Saunders was saying to his club. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. That may be a strategy that comes as a little bit of a surprise, but Coach is showing a lot of confidence in his ability to produce an outstanding effort today. It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. He had a nice open look right there. That's 12 points for Michael Carter Williams.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Martin with the bucket.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Mayo. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Carter Williams against Lopez. They get it again. Minnesota leading by 11. And that one's good. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Mayo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 5 to shoot. But they'll get another chance. Plumlee, the pass to Carter Williams. That doesn't go either for Carter Williams. Minnesota's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. And it's Lopez penetrating. Martin kicks to Lopez. Back to Martin. From deep three-point range, can't get it to go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And it's good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Lopez dishes to Martin. Back to Lopez. On the wing, Wiggins. Plenty of space. He squares up and sinks it. Wiggins has got 6.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And he gets the bucket. 14 points for Michael Carter Williams.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
A Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. 5th on the list, Freak.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Garnett. Barnes comes in for Wiggins. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kevin Martin. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Scotty's checked in for Plumlee. Parker comes in for Monroe. Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Georgia subbed in for Carter Williams. The Timberwolves have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Now, here's George. Middleton outside. Offensive rebound.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out. You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Cannot hit. Timberwolves go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stoppable.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Lopez after the basket by Milwaukee. And the 3 ball is good. Lopez has got 11 points.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Outside, George. Middleton right side. Shoots off the screen, and it's good off the glass. Middleton's got his first points of the game.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's George. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist from Lopez.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
.103 left in the first quarter of the game. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Lopez over to help. Lopez with the steal. 20 feet out. And that one's good. Lopez has got 13.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
That's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Bucks trail by 19. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Gordy Dang. And it's Lopez in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Martin at balls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 16 points for Martin. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Lopez, no luck. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Carter Williams kicks to Monroe. And again, it's Milwaukee converting. Timberwolves leading by 17. Here's Lopez.
Looking at the numbers for Lopez, he's got 17 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Bucks trail by 19. Tipped away. Carter Williams with it. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Martin. Banked in off the glass. Martin's got 18 points in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And oh, here we go. Lopez has got the fast break chance.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. This guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards put on a show. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple-double. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy. Boy, a lot of points off their turnovers this quarter. Way too many.
And the game would be an entirely different story if they would take better care of the basketball.
Carter Williams against Lopez. Carter Williams with the bucket.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Now Lopez, 24 points for him. From deep. Plumlee with the rebound.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He's off on the second. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. 5-on-3 break. Here's Parker, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. The drive by Lopez. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Lopez against Carter Williams. Fires top of the key.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Lopez with another miss. Parker drives in. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead.
And that one's good. Wiggins has got 6 here in this quarter.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
Come on, give it up. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Minnesota. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And I think for Minnesota, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
Well, they can't afford to. I mean, this is the time of year when you've got to take your game up a notch. As good as they've been throughout the regular season, they've got to get better going forward.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Lopez inside. Carter Williams covering, and that one's good.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lopez with the steal. Here's Wiggins. Well, time pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Wiggins has got 8 here in the quarter.
Another fast break score for them, and they've really made the most of their transition game. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, and the differential there is what stands out for me. I mean, they've also denied those runouts defensively.
Not often you see him take that shot. And that's now 28 points for Michael Carter Williams. Here's Lopez. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Monroe outside. No good. Good D by Lopez.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Off target with his 3. Plumlee. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Barnes comes in for Jang, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Martin. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Scotty's checked in for Plumlee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Monroe. Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Georgia subbed in for Carter Williams.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lopez, no luck.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's Parker. Wiggins with some nice D.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. At the elbow, it's Wiggins. No luck. And Milwaukee the other way now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Outside, Antetokounmpo. A floater. Rebound, Minnesota.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And that one's good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Parker sets the screen for George. In the corner, Middleton with it. Here's Parker, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And so a pretty... Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Carter Williams. 28 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Carter Williams is out there with Mayo. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Monroe. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. That's good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And finished off by Martin.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lopez with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's a good screen. And count it. Three-pointer good on the shot from Lopez. Lopez has got 29. Lopez against Carter Williams. Knocked away. Lopez with the steal. All going up court. And he gets it to go. 26 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
And that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all. Just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And here we go. Lopez has got it the fast break chance. Good on the shot. 28 points for Kevin Martin.
Well, I love the fact that we're seeing them turn up the tempo now.
They are looking to push the break at every opportunity. That's 6 straight in transition.
Carter Williams with the bucket.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Wiggins, and he lays it straight in. Wiggins has got 6 here in this quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. And it's all one-way traffic tonight, but they have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here. 1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 33 points for Freak.
This is a nice third-quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Here's Carter Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Carter Williams has got 32 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
KG, that's good.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Outside Mayo. There's the double team with Martin. And the Bucks with possession here. Carter Williams with it. He's picked up by Lopez. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
And he gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Carter Williams. Sinks the triple. Carter Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Move the ball.
Lopez kicks to Martin. Back to Lopez. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most in the last month of the NBA. Freak number 1.
And, well, rebounding isn't something you really think too much about with point guards, but he places a lot of emphasis on doing whatever it takes to contribute, even on the boards.
Yeah, in addition to the work he does on the perimeter, he's more than willing to get his nose in there and get his hands dirty and getting after rebounds and loose balls. And I think that's why so many folks around the league can't say enough good things about him.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Plumlee, no luck.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Lopez, throws down the breakaway jam.
And the guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Lopez over to help. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Mayo from the arc, and he gets it to go. Mayo's got himself on the board with 3 there. Minnesota's gone 7-15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Towns, the pass to Lopez. And again, it's Minnesota.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Lopez, he's in at point guard. Bjelica is out there with Garnett. Then it's Payne, and it's Levine in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Carter Williams against Lopez. Middleton inside the 3-point line. Monroe. And that time, also a missed shot.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And that one's good by Lopez.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
Here's Monroe, and it's sent back by Lopez.
That'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Mayo up top. The tray. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 16th rebound on the night. Levine dishes to Lopez. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
3 seconds. Technical foul. Wolves on the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this league.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. O'Brien, he's checked in for Parker. Damian Inglis comes in for O.J. Mayo. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Carter Williams. Here's Lopez, and the layup's good off the glass. Lopez has got 50 points.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific. Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint, because that has not been up to par.
And the jam by Levine.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
In the corner, Middleton with it. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. 8 points for Chris Middleton. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Garnett, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Lopez with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got the fast break chance. Pulls up on the elbow, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Boy, the fast break has really been good to them here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 scores have come from fast break opportunities. They have made the most of their chances.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's Middleton. Tipped away.
If they can't take care of the basketball, they're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
True. Their turnovers are piling up in this quarter.
4 of their last 5 scores coming from fast breaks. They're really getting it up and down now. Look like they're on roller skates out there.
Yeah, as soon as they get the ball, everybody on their team is looking to get out and run.
And that one's good.
And really the transition defense starting to let them down.
The last 4 buckets they've surrendered have come in transition. At some point, you've got to make an adjustment.
Lopez over to help. Here's Ennis. Hits the jump hook.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
And Lopez gets it to go.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And pushing it up is Minnesota. The Timberwolves again in transition. And the jam by Levine.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kendall Marshall's checked in for Monroe. The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Ennis kicks to O'Brien. Pass to Ennis.
Doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable. Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Great, they get them rattled.
They have, Kevin, but that's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
And here is Marshall. And that time, also a missed shot.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Kevin Garnett. And then for Milwaukee, Mike Scott's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Georgia subbed in for Ennis. Here's Payne. Rebound, Milwaukee. Scott's got his 4th rebound in this one. An even 3-on-3 break. Got a hand on it. Here's Lopez. From 18 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Scott can't get it to go.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Good as the jump shot falls.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Here's Lopez, and again it's Minnesota.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
You know what I've always said, partner? Good shooting covers over a multitude of ills. We're seeing it right now.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Shoots a fader. Rebound, Milwaukee. Scott's got 5 rebounds tonight. Passes to George. Right wing. 3-pointer. But they recover it.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Goes up on the wing, and again another basket there from Lopez.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Good on both. 1:35 left in the 4th quarter. There's the triple, and he gets the bucket.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Milwaukee's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And that'll finish the season series between these two. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution. And that's why they'll be finishing up the year 2-0 against the Bucks.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Lopez. There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Outside for George. Shoots a 3, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Minnesota with the ball. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be added to the free throw. That's good from Scott.
Mike Scott. 2 shots.
Scott hits them both. .34 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Lopez. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
They set the pick. Lopez over to help. 6 to shoot. Here's Inglis. Drills the baseline jumper.
Assist from George.
8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lopez outside. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans.
Good win.
The 2K Sports Post Freak.